Come on in, take your time. Pages, ink, and loving lines. Cutting glue and breathe it in. This is where the small things win. Stay a while, you're welcome here. Come on in, Sugar Pepper Press.
Hey guys, it's Christine from Sugar Pepper Press, and today we are making a detective folio. This is going to add to the Sugar Pepper Kids line of products, and I am so excited about this little folio. And I've already started working on the second one, but I want to make a video on how to put it together. It is very easy for kids to put together, but it is also great for being, like, it would be great parent-led. If you have a younger child or one that needs a little extra help, this would be great for them. If you have a very independent child, does lots of crafts, they're gonna have no problem whatsoever. So you could show them this video, but this is really meant for parents. So, and look what one of my sons just brought me for Valentine's Day. Isn't this so pretty? Yes, he's a sweetie. Okay, so you are going to get a blueprint, and then like a mystery solution is on here. So the answers are here. Don't let your kiddos see this if you want them to try to figure it out. But there's how to play here. And I hope that did not disturb my video because I've got a kiddo calling. She'll have to call her dad. Anyway, so this has several like little pieces, little fussy cuts and things like that. It is super simple to put together. So I'm just going to go through and show you how to do that real quick. And then you can look at the blueprint for like small little details. So basically you have in here, you have pockets, okay, and cards. So we're going to put those over there, put those there. And the cards go in a particular order, okay? So again, this is something that could be parent-led, or your kiddo can put it together and then figure it out. But you could put it together and then have them figure it out too. So that would be fun. So you have your folio base. You're going to want to print this with the backing paper on it. I did mark on the pages. I think there's only one page that doesn't have, that doesn't need backing paper. But the rule of thumb for my backing paper that I include with my products is if it doesn't flip over and it glues straight on, then it doesn't need backing paper. However, whenever I arrange things on the pages for you to print out, I try to be as efficient as possible, which means that sometimes you'll have things that do need backing paper and sometimes they don't. So it's a mixed match. So personally, I just throw them all through the printer because I don't want to mess with Dylan with like which ones don't. So anyhow, the first thing we're going to do though is we're going to glue the little labels onto these cards. Again, this is marked. You will be able to tell from the pictures where you need to put things. And then one of the cards goes in the front and it does not need a label. So you have these little fussy cuts, which are characters. They are like clues, different things like that. You've got a label here that goes in the front. And then you have these little file folder labels. How cute are these? They're so adorable. Look. And one thing that I incorporated in here is if you are trying to teach your kiddo about, if you've ever heard of fallacy detective, we do a lot of fallacy detective here, but if you're trying to teach them some really good reasoning skills, this is perfect for that because there are some red herring clues on here. They're gonna kind of be to try to trick them. Okay, so let's put these in order. So your first card is your introductory card, and these are numbered also with what goes first. That way it makes it easy to play with. This is your suspect card. 1, 2, and then you have your scene card. That's the third one. Then it goes so smallest to largest and then largest to smallest. You have your, what did I call this one? Clues. Then you have your witness statement and your case closed, or your, I think it called it solved. So we're going to go there. So we are going to get the glue and get our first little tab. So this one says case file. This is very fast to put together. Our next one is suspects. My niece is going to love this. I texted my sister last night and told her, oh my goodness, she's going to love this, and I have an extra copy that I accidentally printed, so when I was testing it out. So maybe she'll drop by and pick that up for her. Then you have your scene. Now, these on the next few will not all be exactly the same. They won't be labeled all the same, but the gist will be the same. And again, you'll get a blueprint that shows exactly what you purchased and how it is laid out. You've got your clues. And if you want them to do this a couple of times, then don't have them mark on this, or just maybe mark on it with pencil, or put like a little marker, like a little, a chip of some sort on top of the one. They're supposed to test the clue. Does it belong? And then check yes, X no. Okay. And then you have your witness statement. I'm going very fast through this because I'm hoping I don't have to edit much out. Honestly, I don't want to do that. See my first video in January to know why. But also because I am in a lot of pain. Broke my foot. I just talked about that in an email and on my last video that I made. It was a mess. It is a mess. And my family has moved some of my office downstairs because we were thinking about doing that anyway. Now it's a necessity because I'm going to be kind of out of commission for 3 months. 3 months, y'all. 3 months for this thing to heal up. Okay, all I did here was put the little label on top of the little backing label. Okay. And now I'm going to put the actual folio together. So I have inked this a bit. I'm going to ink this up a little bit more on the edge. Honestly, if this isn't you making this, or your kiddo doesn't care about inking, they are not going to care about inking, chances. But I love the way it looks, and so I'm doing this. Okay, so this is the outside and the inside, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put this part on. So your label is gonna go here, and then you've got a front pocket. This is your front pocket right here. You're just going to glue the sides and bottom. There are no gussets here. I'm sorry for the shaky video. It is a very inexpensive and old folding table that we had. Instead of relocating all the furniture just yet, I kind of needed this done quickly. So it is not super stable, but it is workable. Okay, now this is a back panel for the base. All this is printed on 110-pound cardstock. I have that listed in the description what I use. I did that because I have several layers to this and I didn't want it to get too thick, but this keeps it from being too wishy-washy, too flexible. This kind of stabilizes it when you put multiple layers of this, what I call thin cardstock. Okay, so that is going there. And then I'm just going to put my pocket that has gussets. So I just folded these in. And I'm going to glue this straight on, and then we're going to attach a little lock, and this is for holding together your, or holding your fussy cuts in place. So we are just placing it right there. I'm going to hold that in, for a second. And then I have a little piece here that is a lock, and that is going to just go right here. Okay, and the way this is going to work is I'm just going to glue it so that it grabs on just the edge. Okay, if you want this to be like destruction proof, well, probably not destruction proof, but a little bit more stable, you could easily do like a Velcro little dot here behind it, or like a little magnet. I wanted this to be something that you could just print really easy and only needed scissors and glue to do. But of course, you do whatever you want. I'm gonna, okay, my husband got these tweezers for our girls, like a set of them, and they're not good. He tried, but they were going in their stockings, and so I confiscated several pair for my scrappy studio thing so that I could do that. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit for a second, and this is our card that goes here in the front. Just want to make sure that that still slides in. It does, but it needs a little extra help, I think. So if you aren't on my email list, I explained about my foot breaking story there. We were out of town, trying to get away and get a little bit of a break, and it didn't quite end up the way we had hoped. I am okay though, and we don't know yet if it's going to require surgery or not. Okay, these are your backing pieces. Now I'm going to show you something that you could do. I'm not trying to make it complicated, but if you wanted to get fancy, you could do this. If you just glue the top and side, then you have a pocket here to slide something into. That's not what we're going to do here because we're making it simple, but you could. And the tab right here at the top is supposed to stick out above the folder itself. Okay, and I'm just kind of eyeballing that and centering it, okay? I did that on both sides. Everything is exactly the same on the left and the right. I'm gonna have to refill my glue here. Try to see if I can get through these next couple of videos. Okay. Then you have a large pocket. Those are going to go right here. And on these, everything just bumps up to that backing piece. And you're just going to glue on the pockets, the sides, and the bottom. Okay, and then same with this pocket, and then the smaller one. I can probably fast forward through this. there's that. Now, these little fussy cuts are meant to kind of be part of the story and played with and such. They are bigger than what will fit on here, but you will see some if you look closely at this little scene card. This is where you're going to get your clues, and you'll see some of them replicated in fussy cuts. Of course, these can also be used to decorate everything, front and back, and all the things. Okay, I have named the character in this Alex, Detective Alex, and that's because Alex can be a girl or a boy. So I have a girl and a boy detective there, and then we are just going to slide the cards in. So, let's see, hopefully we're going to slide them in. Yeah, there we go. On these bigger cards, you could use or double back your cardstock just to make sure it doesn't bend too much. I need to find my other bone folder. My choice right now, so problem is that I have, everything is kind of all over the place upstairs in my studio up there. And I broke my foot, but 2 days later, I was supposed to have an organizer lady come out. She was actually going to come out last week, and then she got a headache, and then she got a migraine, and then I got a migraine. It was a mess. Anyway, and then I broke my foot. So then I was like, I can't even, right now I'm in so much pain, I can't even crawl upstairs. So we opted to postpone. And then I was like, went to the doctor. The doctor was like, yeah, this is going to be 3 months. And then that's when we were like, oh, we should probably move the studio stuff for sure downstairs. This feels weak to me, and it's because it is just on this super, see? It's not something I love. I would probably double back that with a piece of backing paper. And I don't have... Here we go. Bejeebies. Before I finalize this product, I'm going to shave off about 1/8 of an inch from these cards because they are a little too wide for my comfort zone. On the witness statement, it almost gives it away. So this is for like kind of your last, if you really are stuck or whatever, you can look at the witness statement. Almost get a complete answer. That's how the one this is, and that's how the one I'm working on right now is, which is going to be a very season specific one. Yes, note to self. You know what? I'm literally write a note. Shave 1/8 inch off cards before uploading. And it just closes up right like that, see? And then this is your little pocket for your fussy cuts. They may not all fit in there, but I'll put a couple in the front. Oh, I just love them. I just think they're so adorable. Let's put them there. We'll put the rest of these right in the back here. Actually stick in there without you needing that little latch, but it's there just in case you do need it. And then you can just lift that little latch up like that and tuck your pocket in right there. So there you go. The Garden Treasure Mystery. So this is the first in a series of little mystery detective folios. I hope you like it. It was super fun to put together. I love this type of story-driven narrative type of products. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope your kiddos enjoy it. If you are looking for other kid-friendly projects on my site, there's a section in the bottom of the sidebar in the categories, and it says for kids. So I hope you check that out. I've got stuff in there, and I've got more stuff coming. So we'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye.
Stay a while, you're welcome here. Come on in, sugar, pepper, press.